All right. Well, hello. Welcome to Nine Little Aussies. My name is not Chrissy, but I am here with Chrissy, and today we're just going to do a live. It's probably going to be a bit non-interactive, but I'm just going to ask some pertinent questions for Chrissy, maybe talk about some things and subjects that you might appreciate hearing. Feel free to like it and thumbs up and all the good stuff, but we're not going to be able to be taking questions. We've got some moderators on that are going to be helping us, and they'll do a great job. But for right now, we're just going to start with hello.
Hey,
How are you today?
I'm ready for the weekend.
Yes. So it's Saturday. I had to work today. Got home about 5:30.
Oh yeah, the weekend's already half gone.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like it.
But we get to relax tonight and
Yeah.
tomorrow, and
Yeah,
it'll be very good.
it will.
So we're going to talk about the weather. I'm sweating. We're outside under the shade of our tree.
It's actually cooled down a lot. It's nowhere near as bad as it was. I'm going to take my glasses off. There's a nice breeze, and it's a lot nicer than it was because it's been pretty awful.
And we've had lots of rain. You were happy with the potatoes?
Yes, it's finally, they dried out enough, and we got a decent harvest. It was pretty good.
And one of the viewers said something about protecting them from the sunlight. Have you done that?
No.
Okay, but we're going to.
Yeah, I plan to cover it with something because most of the day they're not getting sunlight, but there is a small part, like an hour or so, where they do get a bit of sun in that window. So I probably need to cover it up.
So
Hello.
just thought we would have this little interview, have a little chat.
Yes, and I'm a little nervous. I'm just going to tell you right now because I have no idea what he's going to ask me. And I know you guys don't really know my husband very well, but he's a bit of a loose cannon. And so you're never quite sure.
I received that. Thank you. Thank you.
You're never quite sure what's going to happen next with
Excellent.
Mike around.
So I guess I'm going to kind of go the way of talking about why YouTube. And
Okay.
I'd like us to kind of touch on, like, I want you to get to why YouTube, but I want you to tell people about your education and,
My education.
yes, your degree and the way you kind of stayed away from the camera.
Okay. So yeah, it is kind of ironic that I have a YouTube channel because I actually really hate being on camera. I think I have mentioned it before, but I'm pretty sure I have. Before I was a stay-at-home mum and had our children and was a homeschooling mum, before that I was a journalist. That's my training, that's what I did at university, and I deliberately decided to work in print media, and I did do some radio work because I didn't want to be in front of a camera. I do not feel comfortable. Now, having said that, I really feel like it has stretched me a lot and grown me, and I'm way more comfortable now in front of the camera than I was, but it was so uncomfortable for me when I started. Hey, Neo. So yeah, it is kind of ironic.
Yes.
I'm not a person who is comfortable, generally speaking, in crowds of people or in front of others or anything like that.
So you're
I'm
saying,
much more introverted.
so you're introverted, similar to me?
Complete opposite of you. Mr. I never meet a stranger. Yes, complete opposite of me.
So that's important to know, and I think you do a great job. And we just thank you all of our loyal viewers that you comment just about every video, you give us the thumbs up, you like, and it's very encouraging because it really is very much out of Chrissy's comfort zone to be in front of the camera.
Yes.
But I personally feel like Um, she's perfect for the job. This is well suits her. I remember years ago when we just got married, we were looking at a network marketing business, and the lady got us to write, Angie, lovely lady, got us to write down some things that we wanted to do. And one of the things that Chrissy wrote down is she wanted to inspire people. Do you remember that?
No, I had forgotten that.
You wrote down that you wanted to inspire people, and I thought, well, that's just rubbish. You're an inspiration every day. And I'm sure, well, according to some of your comments, and many of you say something similar, that you find Chrissy very inspiring. And I just want you to know that she is the heartbeat of our home, and she does a great job. So why YouTube? Can you talk to us a little bit more about the why behind Nine Little Aussies?
Okay, well, I decided to start the YouTube channel. Well, I had contemplated it for a good 9 months before I actually did it, and was very, very nervous about it, and that's why I didn't start it. Pretty much, I had the name before we left Australia.
Because we talked about a YouTube channel in Australia.
We did. We talked about documenting our migration, for want of a better word, and I really do wish I had done that. I wish I'd have started it earlier, but I just let fear stop me, I guess. And then I think the catalyst in the end is we went to South Carolina in October of 23. So we had arrived in the States in March of 23. We went to the Farm Where You Live festival, and we met Jess and Jeremiah amongst a lot of other people, but we met them from Roots and Refuge at that conference, and just straight away hit it off with them. They invited us back to their farm. We went back there and stayed for a couple of days and had some just really great conversations and great times with them. And Jess said to me, out of the blue, she asked if I'd thought about starting a YouTube channel, and I'm like, well, I have actually thought about it, but I'm really terrified. And she really encouraged me to just do that. And I think that probably her faith in me gave me that confidence to do that.
And we followed Jess for years before we even came to America.
Yes, absolutely.
So it was wonderful to see somebody that we saw grow through YouTube and become what she'd become, to receive that encouragement from her. And we also met Joel Salatin and the Dohertys that weekend.
Yeah, we did.
Some other very inspirational people for us. And I think you and I have talked about this privately, that YouTube is a way of us documenting the journey that we have had while we're here.
Yeah.
And even to the point where I remember yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago, you said that the spring and summer this year is totally different.
Yes.
And that's been nice to be able to look back at and see where we were at a year ago.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I think the documenting of what we're trying to do here is really, and it's actually way more beneficial than I even realized it was going to be. So I was initially thinking, I want to document this for our children, and to be able to look back on it, to be able to maybe equip or inspire people who are coming from a similar place from us, which is really starting from scratch. Because when we moved, it was like we went back 20 years financially.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, and not just financially. So we came with the 16 suitcases and 7 children. In Australia, we had most all of our fencing, our farm set up. We had our electric fences.
Yeah.
We had our chickens. We knew where our ducks were. We had a successful garden. So all of those things, like having to go, like we didn't even have a lawnmower.
No.
We 11 acres and no lawnmower, so we've had to go all the way back and start right at the very start. It's like brand new.
Yeah.
Not in our marriage, but in a new country where we had to leave
Yeah.
Well, even the tools that we knew.
Well, it was kind of like going back to being newlyweds and having nothing. Like,
Yeah.
nothing, yes, nothing homesteading, but also just nothing in the house. No kitchen, no, you know, so we had to slowly, over the last 2 years, build up what we had built up over 20 years. I mean, we're not there, but
No.
but we're making progress.
Absolutely.
So I guess I say all that to say part of the motivation was like, well, if we can start from scratch with nothing and very inadequate finances to be able to do it, then maybe that can help someone else who is thinking, oh, well, I don't have enough money. That was very much part of it as well.
Sure. And that's where I think you're an inspiration to people. Because you're
Cool.
showing our viewers how that we've had to just honestly take a step of faith in everything.
It's very much
like,
been a faith step.
haven't had the gardening equipment, haven't had the right soil, haven't had so many different things that
Yeah.
you've shown how that start where you're at
Yeah.
and do what you can.
Just with what you
Because
have.
all of us, there's so much we can't do,
Yeah.
or there's so many big dreams that we may have, but
Just do the next thing you can do.
mm,
But it is true also that looking back at those videos from last year, it's already encouraging to see what we've been able to do I mean, we've got so much to do or still, and a long way to go, but it is, I think if we hadn't documented it, I don't know if I would realize
appreciate.
or appreciate how much we have done, because I looked back, I don't always do it, but when I scroll back through or look at old videos, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that has improved a lot, you know, or oh yeah, that's right, it did look like that and now it looks like this, you know, just even visually things that have changed that encourages us. So yeah, that's part of it too.
So how many videos have you posted?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. It must be a couple of hundred.
Okay.
I don't actually know.
That's all right. It's okay.
I'll have to check.
And your subscribers, where are we at with subscribers?
Around 4,800 or so, I think.
Okay.
It has grown quite a bit in this last 100 days.
Nice.
So hello to new people
We
and old.
yeah, we really appreciate all of you that have been here, and I know that I don't understand YouTube and its algorithms, but I do know that you said that in the past we've had some of our subscribers say that YouTube algorithm changed and they didn't know that you were doing videos.
Oh,
What is your understanding of how that works? And I know you don't have.
I don't really know, but I just think it does happen that people, like you can lose your subscriptions, I guess, somehow. I'm not even really sure, but people will be subscribed and then find themselves unsubscribed, and so they just have to check. I don't know how that happens, really.
So YouTube is one of your businesses.
Yes.
You're a very busy woman.
Yes.
How do you
I'm
get it
not
all done?
bored.
How do you get it all done?
I don't get it all done.
Wait.
You know I don't get it all done because you've seen the house. You know what the laundry... Actually, I'm on top of the laundry today. I feel so proud of myself because I'm not always on top of the laundry, but
So
I don't get it all done. Something has got to give. Something always has to give. Like, I interviewed my friend Abby the other day. You guys may have seen that. And it's so true. Like, because my school cupboard, people, if any of you homeschooling mums, is just in a miserable state right now. And I was looking for something in it the other day, and Abby said to me, she's like, it's okay, just go look at your garden. She's like, your school cupboard might not be organized, but just go look at your garden. Which my garden is not perfect either, but yeah. I mean, you only have so many hours in a day, so.
So I work a full-time job.
Yes, you do.
I work about 50 hours-ish.
He works a lot of.
50 hours-ish, give or take, on either side. I wake up very early. I leave before most everybody's up. I come home tired. You've been up since about before I left, and you still haven't stopped. And you're still going and going and going. and then you've got to edit a video or upload a video, and you just
But a lot of mums are busy like that.
Yes.
A lot of mums are busy
I'm not
like
married
that.
to a lot of mums though, and they don't have this YouTube channel.
No.
And I just want you to know, I think you put an incredible effort into life. You do.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're an incredible wife, an incredible mum.
Okay, next question.
That's not a question. These are statements. Look at our pupils. So
Okay, next
then
question.
I guess I'm saying all that to say, the question is, with as busy as you've been, how have you found the 100 days of homesteading? In light of 200-ish videos, we're up to day 89 today. How's it been? Like, over the 89 momentum?
So I knew when I decided to do it that it was a big commitment. But it has definitely been very tough. There have been days where I'm like, what am I doing? But it's also been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the interaction online, and I've enjoyed, like, it has stretched me. It really has stretched me and grown me. And I would say, because one thing that is really important to me is not just to add fluff or noise or to the internet that's already,
Because there's 1,000 homesteading channels.
there is,
Or
and
10,000 or 100,000.
I don't even know, but I don't want to just be adding noise. So I have tried to be really prayerful and intentional about what value I'm bringing and what I'm giving, in what way am I serving people. And so that's been challenging, because some days, like, honestly, when I have done like a video every day for however many days, there have been a few times where I've just been like, I just don't want to talk. I've got nothing else to say.
You're empty.
I'm empty.
My cup is empty.
Yeah, especially because I am an introvert, and I need quiet to refuel, and I need I don't know, there have just been times where I've been like, I don't want to talk when I've got nothing worthwhile to say right now. And so maybe on those occasions I will try and do something like, I don't know, a recipe or something that's the structure is there, that I can teach something I know that is not going to be so that's still going to add value somehow. But it has been hard. It has been hard, for sure.
And I've seen it. I think you've built with a lot of momentum, and it's built up and built up and built up. So probably tiring, and I imagine, you guys are so faithful and loyal. You're watching everything, and we really appreciate that. And the 100 days have come to an end soon. Around
we've got like
July, just before July 4th-ish.
I guess 11 days. Yeah, just around 4th of July. I don't know if it'll be right on 4th of July or if it'll be right a day before or something.
Okay.
But yeah, something around then.
All right. And how do you hope to, any announcements of how you're going to finish, or you're going to keep that as a surprise?
So I don't have an announcement of what the 100th video will be, but I am planning to do it as a premiere. Which I haven't done before, so that's going to be a learning curve for me. But I believe what that means is I have the video scheduled ahead of time, so you'll know when it's going to go up, and when it goes up, I'll be live in the comments, so we can chat in the comments.
So you'll record your video,
Yeah,
and as a promoted, let people know when it goes live,
yeah,
and then you'll actually be able to be there live, talking to the people as they get to watch and make comments.
yeah. We can chat as it goes to air, I guess.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So that's a new experience.
It will be new, just like these lives, which are totally outside of my comfort zone.
So then 100 days finish,
Yes.
and we're going to celebrate.
We are. I don't even know exactly what we're going to do yet.
I
but we
have a
are.
few ideas. Don't you worry about that, love. I do have something up my sleeve.
I'll do you now.
I do.
No.
What about
Won't be
after the
good.
100 diet?
So one thing, and this is actually something that maybe you guys can give me a bit of feedback in, and maybe not even right now, because one thing I have discovered when I do a live is you guys are all commenting and I can read the comments as we go, and that's wonderful. And if I'm doing an interactive, we can all chat, right? But then once the live has finished, all of those comments disappear and I can't see them. But if you comment after the live is sort of finished and saved, I don't know, it takes about 5 minutes, I think, at the end. And then the comments that are made after it's gone up and finished, I can see those. So anyway, the reason I say that is if you want to make a suggestion or give some feedback on this, one of the things I have really enjoyed doing that I haven't done a whole ton of, but I've done some, is the interviews. So like I interviewed Abby the other day. I have interviewed, you know, when we went to visit Better Together Farms, you know, just a
You've
few
interviewed
different...
with Jess.
Yeah, I did
Some of the
that interview
locals
with
here
Jess.
that were homesteaders.
Yes, our friends that farm down the road. Well, they were Treasure.
Yeah.
Did that interview with her. Anyway, I really enjoy hearing people's stories and doing those sit-down interviews. So I would love to know if that's something you enjoy and if you would like to see more of those, because that's something I have thought about for looking into the future, is doing more interviews. So let me know if you like that idea.
And then another idea that I have
Here we go.
is, like, I think you should actually have a YouTube channel where you read books,
Well, you know I love books.
because people love to hear your voice and your accent. And you've
Oh,
just
you mean
got-
I read the books?
Oh, yes. Oh, you read the books out loud. What do you think? Isn't that a great idea?
No, I
Having
thought you were
Chrissy
gonna
read
say-
a story to you. Imagine Great Expectations read by Chrissy Marsh.
We'd be there for 3 months. No, I
Shadow? No.
Shadow, stop digging.
Good girl.
The dogs are right here.
So, yeah, let's just see. Yes, books. Yeah. See, the people have spoken.
No, maybe like a book club. What do you think about that? Because like me reading, that's gonna be really boring. But maybe
No.
we could read together.
No, definitely. Well, you can do the book club as well on the side. We'll figure that out. You watched it last night. Oh, that's great. Great Expectations.
Oh, it is a good book. I read it years ago in a book club, and the language was... Anyway, he's a very clever man, Charles Dickens, where he was.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me, talking about you reading a book. Very clever man. All right, so then you'll still do homesteading videos after the
yeah.
100 days?
Yeah,
Maybe, what's your goal, 2 or 3 a week?
probably, because the other thing that I am considering is whether or not to restart the bakery. And whether or not that's necessary for us at the moment. And
So we do get occasional questions about the bakery.
yes,
And I think the honest answer about the micro bakery is it was lovely, it was good. But when you went into the 100 days, the commitment to 100 days was such a big commitment. Something had to give, like you said earlier.
well, and I'd already stopped the micro bakery before that, but I had only planned to stop it for like a month or
Right.
maybe 2, but I just wasn't able to really restart it because of the workload
Yeah.
of doing
So then
this.
hopefully with the 100 days,
So-
you might look at restarting that and having some bakery videos.
Yeah, I might do that. Maybe go back to 1 day a week doing the bakery. I mean, it's not set in stone yet. That's not a definite, but that is something I'm very seriously thinking about, maybe changing it to a different day. We tried it on a Saturday, we did it on a Friday, and both of those days it really interfered with family things. So I don't know, we may do it on a different day. We'll see.
Oh, so watch this space. Let's see. What other question curveball can I send to
No
you?
more curveballs.
No
This
curveballs?
has been lovely.
It's been lovely. Well,
Where the red fern grows is awesome. We read that this year. No, I guess last year. The American school year is so
hello
confusing.
Danielle, welcome. G'day mate. we're here on this live. So if you're just coming on, when we finish the live, please let us know in the comments your name and where you're from, what state you're from, or what country you're from. Danielle, we want to know what state you're in.
Or is it Daniel?
Daniel?
Oh, no, it's Danielle.
No, it's Danielle. Because we can't really look at your comments after we finish this live.
Yeah, they kind of all disappear. I didn't know that when I did the first one, and I was like, I'll go back and have a look, and then I couldn't. So,
Ah. Well,
you live and learn.
we have 11 days left
Yep.
of the 100 days of homesteading.
Yes.
And then you will continue on the YouTube page, maybe start up the micro bakery, and be available.
Yeah.
Now,
we'll figure it out.
Where can people catch you other than on the YouTube channel?
So I do have a Facebook page for Nine Little Aussies, which definitely is not as busy as, not as active as the YouTube channel, but there is that Facebook page. And then there's also my blog, which is the Hope Homestead.
The Hope Homestead. And Instagram?
Yes, Instagram. Sorry, I forgot about that. Instagram. I'm not really great at social media. I'm a bit of a, I don't know. Technology is not really my strength.
And yet, you're refusing to make that as an excuse, and you're just forging ahead. Well done.
Even when I stuff things up, yes.
Look, you've got fire ants in the garden and technology behind YouTube. Well done. You're facing these adversaries. All right.
Yeah, and we got pizza waiting.
Yes, pizza, homemade pizza.
Yeah, homemade pizzas, and the kids. So we'll.
Yes. Well, thank you again for watching. Thank you always, all your likes. We love your comments. We love hearing from you. Thank you for staying with us and sticking with us. And many of you have asked about sharing the YouTube videos. Yep, that'll grow Chrissy's channel by sharing the videos. And we believe the way the algorithm works is as you like it and the more people that are watching it, the more it gets promoted. And Chrissy, being the introverted that she is, doesn't necessarily like to do lots of promotion. She just wants it to happen naturally. I want it to take off like a wildfire. So all those things are helpful and encouraging for us behind the scenes. We appreciate you sharing and liking, and we appreciate you hanging out with us today. So
Yeah, it's been fun.
this is where you say something about raindrops and the sunburns or something. What do you say?
No sunburn. No one wants sunburn. Sunshine and raindrops. That's what we say, because we all need both.
Excellent. Well, thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate it so much. Please leave a comment in the comment section after you see this go up of where you're at and where you're from, where you're watching us from.
And if you like the idea of interviews, they'll be helpful.
And book clubs and reading aloud. Chrissy's Read Aloud Hour.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to
The
happen.
Hour of Power with Chrissy.
Okay, this is where we sign off, people. But thanks for being here. It's been fun.
Bye.
Thanks, hubby. Bye.